Hello students, welcome to memoneet. I'm Shubham. I'm physics SME in memoneet. So previously on the second slot of BPT we discussed from 7 to 14. Okay, so this BPT 15 is the accumulation of all the chapters that are covered from 1 to 14. Okay, mainly the chapters from 11th and chapter from 12th. Every chapter is there in the BPT 15. This is the accumulation of all the chapters here. Okay, so now without wasting any time, let's get into the paper and we will solve it accordingly. Okay, we will solve the paper in detail, right? So okay, so the first question is from yeah. So the first question is from the motion in straight line. When a body moves along a straight line in one particular direction, then what will happen? Distance and displacement relation is there. So just take an example. If an object or a person is moving in a south direction and then moves in a east direction, okay, so let us say this is 3 meter and this is 4 meter, and this is our displacement, right? So this is our displacement. Is what is the distance? Distance is the total distance covered by the person, and this is the displacement. Why? Because displacement is given as the shortest distance between the first point and the last point of the journey. Okay, so this is 5. Why 5? Because there is a triplet of 3, 4 and 5. You know from mathematics there are some triplets for right angle triangles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. These are known as the triplets. So you can say total distance is 3 plus 4, 7, but the displacement is 5. So you can say whenever the object changes its direction, okay, so the displacement changes with distance. But when the object or a person travels in a straight line, the first point and the last point of the journey is the same as the distance. Okay, so distance will be equals to displacement regarding the direction, because distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. So in displacement we have to take into the direction into account. But if you take the mod value of this, if you talk about the magnitude of this distance and displacement, the mod value, so you can say that the distance and displacement will be equal when the object is traveling in a straight line, because the first point and the last point of the journey is same in case of distance. Okay, so therefore you can say distance is equals to displacement, or the magnitude of distance is equals to magnitude of displacement, right? So therefore option number 3 is the correct one. Question number 2. This is the from basic mathematics. This is the integration of this. How to do this? This is a definite integral. So there are two types of integration is there. One is indefinite, one is definite. In a definite integral, what is that? There is a area boundation, means the integration or the function, the value of the function should be calculated between this to this, not greater than this to this. Okay. Now what is the value? This is the value. So here the limit is 1 to 2. So how to do this? First disintegrate it. Okay, disintegrate means first we take x square 1 to 2 dx, 1 to 2 1 by x square dx. The x square means x to the power n. The integration of x to the power n is n into x to the power, x to the power n plus 1 divided by divided by n plus 1. So here 2 plus 1 means x cube, 2 plus 1 means 3. So a limit is 1 to 2, and in this case this is x to the power minus 2. So therefore it will become x to the power minus 2 plus 1 means minus 1, and this is also minus 1. This is 1 to 2, right? So that from that you can say this is x cube, 1 by 3 will come out, 1 by 3 will come out, and this is 2 cube minus 1 cube means 8 minus 1 plus minus 1. So minus 1 will be here. So minus sign will be there, plus minus will be there. X to the power minus 1 means 1 by x, it will become half. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 1 means 1. So therefore you can say this is 8 minus 1 7, so it will become 7 by 3 minus, and this is minus half, so it will become plus half. So the value of it 6, LCM of it 6, 3 to 14, this is 3, therefore it will become 17 by 6. So if you check the answer, therefore option number 2 is the correct one. Okay. Now moving on to the question number 3. In a coil, area is 20 centimeter square, 50 turns. This is area, this is turns, n, with a magnetic field directed perpendicular to the plane of changing at a rate of 10 cube Tesla per second. Okay, dB by dt. And the resistance of the coil is 20 ohm. The current in the coil. Okay, first of all you have to calculate what to calculate. First of all you have to calculate the EMF. EMF induced in the circuit. Okay, you know this E equals to minus d phi by dt, or d phi by dt you can say, if you don't take into the direction into account. So okay, and phi is equals to b into a, phi equals to b into a, and for number, if the number of turns is given, it will be equals to NAB or BAN, what you can say. Yeah, so it will become a into n dB by dt, and dB by dt value is given 10 cube. You know a is 20 centimeter square, so for meter square you have to multiply it with 10 to the power minus 4. Here it is there, 10 to the power minus 4, and you know this is dB by dt is equals to 10 cube, and the number of turns is 50. So if you calculate all of this, you will get EMF is equals to 100 volt. And you know from Ohm's law, E equals to I into R, so I will be equals to E by R. E is equals to 100 and R is equals to 20, so it will become 5 ampere. Okay. Now question number 4. A block of mass 5 kg is placed on a rough table. Coefficient of friction is 0.2 as shown in the figure. Find out the pushing force F for which the block just moves. Okay. Okay. So first of all do the component. Okay. First of all do the components. So here this is the mg, and here if the object is moving in this direction for application of the force, therefore a friction force will be acting in this direction. Let us take this F dash. For this friction force there will be a normal reaction N. Okay, and these two will be what to say, there are the so for this force there are two components. This is the cos component, this is the sin component. This is the F sin 37, this is F cos 37. Okay, so now for the horizontal forces you can say F dash equals to F cos 37, and for the this force what to say, yeah, so for this is mg equals to 5 into 10 means 50 Newton. So 50 Newton is equals to N minus F cos F sin 37. Okay, this will be working in this direction, sorry, yeah, so N minus F sin 37, and you know this F is equals to mu N, right? So you can say in place of F dash, sorry, in place of N you can put F dash by mu. Okay, so mu is the coefficient of friction. So if you put this F dash, you know already know from the first equation F cos F dash equals to F cos 37. In place of this you can put F cos 37 by mu minus F sin 37. Okay, so cos 37 is 4 by 5 and mu is 0.2, and this is sin 37 is 3 by 5. Sin 37 is 3 by 5. Now put all this value, you will get this is 1, 5 into 0.21, so it will become 4f minus 3f by 5, sorry, 3f by 5, so it will become 20 minus 3 minus means 17f by 5. Okay, and you know the value of f. Okay, you know the value of f is, this is equals to 50, so it will become 5 into 50 means 250 by 17, so it will become 250 by 17, right? An LCR series circuit, R is equals to 10 ohm, XL equals to 20 ohm, XC equals to 10 ohm. The average value of the current for a complete cycle for source. Remember this, here the main statement is there. For a complete cycle, you don't have to take into account anything. For a complete cycle, if you see the graph, here the graph, this is a complete cycle. So this is a positive value, this is a negative value. If you take the average of this, you will get V minus V. Okay, so sorry, V plus minus V. So it will become average value of this, it will become plus V minus V, it will become 0. So 0 by 2 will be equals to 0. So it doesn't matter what is the what are the values are given. For a complete cycle, the answer will be always be 0, right? The average value of current will always be equals to 0. Current or whatever you can calculate, it will be always be equals to 0, nothing else. Okay, yeah, so it will be equals to 0. Question number 6. A lens of large focal length and large aperture is best suited as an objective of astronomical telescope. Since, understand this, there are 4 criteria. With a large aperture of an objective lens, the light gathering power in a telescope is high. Okay, more light gathering means more visibility, and the resolving power is given by the formula A by 1.22 lambda, where A is the aperture. So you can say resolving power is directly proportional to aperture. More the aperture, more the resolving power. That means more the clarity in the image. You can say, so this, yeah. So you can say this and also say this, that also the large diameter fainter objects can be observed, right? If the object is a like faint one, or the it is not fully visible, so you can say that visible what to say fully. So you can say this for the large up, if the aperture is large, so that you can see the image clearly. Okay, and for this, so you can say this, the aperture always helps in the visibility of the object. Like if the object is fainter or object is a distant object, so it will see you can see the object with clarity. Okay, with a large aperture. So you can say from the now the statement, go to the statement, a large aperture contributes to the quality and visibility of the, yes, this is true. Large aperture of the objective ensures the better light gathering, yes. So the first point I told you, large aperture provides a better resolution, yes. RP is proportional to A, so therefore all the statements are correct. So you can say option number 4 is correct, because all it is written this, all the above statements are correct. Okay, now question number 7, the surface energy of the liquid drop is E. If it is sprayed 120 into 125 equal droplets, then the surface energy becomes. Okay, so first of all, you know this, if 125 small droplets are mixed together to create a like a big droplet, so you can say one thing, the volume of this 125 droplet will be equal to the volume of this droplet. Okay, so this, if you consider this as a sphere, so what is the volume here? Here the volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. If you take, this is the diameter, the radius of this is r, and radius of this is smaller, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So and that 125 should be multiplied. So all of things this should be here. So r will be equals to r. This will be r cube root of r means r. R cube root of 125 is 5r. So it will become 5r, or r will be equals to r by 5. So if you now you have to calculate the E dash for this. E dash formula is given by, yeah. So it is given by what to say, surface tension into area square. Sorry, area. Okay, surface area, right? So yeah, in this case also this smaller, for the small droplets it will be equals to this also, T into 125 into 4 pi smaller square. In place of smaller you can write r by 5. So r by 5. So now if you just divide this one and this one, this is one number 1 equation, this is number 2 equation. If you divide these two, what you will get, E dash by E will be equals to T cancel out, 4 pi cancel out, r square cancel out. This is 125 divided by 25 means 5. Okay, so it will become so this will become 5 only by 1. So it will become E dash equals to 5e, right? So E dash equals to 5e. So therefore you can say option number 1 is the correct one. Two capacitors of equal capacity are first connected in parallel, then in series. The ratio of the total capacities will be, okay. So there is a method, you remember this, if two similar capacitors or two similar resistances, in both the cases you will if you apply this you will get the answer. So there is a formula, like there is a thing that you have to remember, CS by CP. Okay, first connected in parallel, then is, okay, sorry, CP by CS, right? CP by CS. In case of this resistance, it will be RS by RP. CP by CP equals to N square, where N is the number of capacitors or number of resistances. Here the number of capacitor is 2, so therefore 2 square means 4. So CP by CS will be equals to, CP is to CS will be equals to 4 is to 1. Right, remember this will be very easy to calculate. There is also a detailed process where CP is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. It will become, CP will be becoming C1 C2 by C1 plus C2, and in case of CS, sorry, CP will become C1 plus C2, sorry, and CS will be becoming C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Now substitute the values and same thing you have to go through and you will get the answer. But if you remember this, it will take only 10 seconds to solve this. Okay, this is valid for capacitor and also the resistance. Resistance, it will be ulta, like opposite, the CS by CP, not sorry, RS by RP, not CP by CS, right? Question number 9. The wires of the same dimension but resistivity rho 1 and rho 2 are connected in parallel. The equivalent resistivity of the combination. Okay, they are connected in parallel, right? So yeah, So we know this R is equals to rho into L by A, right? Rho into L by A. So yes, the wires of same dimension of resistivities, so that means their dimension is same. But in case of R1 will be rho 1 L1 A, R2 equals to rho 2 into L by A. If now they are connected in parallel, right? So what will be the R equivalent of RP? RP will be becoming R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So put the value, therefore you can say from the first at the top only rho 1 rho 2 into L by A will remain, and in R1 plus R2 L by A, if you take the L by A common, so L1 by L by A will cancel out, only one L by A is there. So in the bottom you will see rho 1 plus rho 2 is there, rho 1 plus rho 2 will be there. Okay, now this is the RP. Now take one equivalent, right, like this in the, yeah. So R equivalent will be equals to rho equivalent into L by A. Now what you can see, if we if you compare this one and this one, so what will happen, like L by A will cancel out, only rho eq will remain. Rho eq here will be equals to rho 1 by rho 2 divided by rho 1 plus rho 2. This will be our answer. Rho eq will be equals to rho 1 plus rho 2 divided by rho 1 plus rho 2, right? So therefore you can say option number 3 is the correct one. Question number 10. The temperature at which the transitional kinetic energy of oxygen molecules becomes triple than its volume at 27 degrees Celsius is. Okay, so the formula is given by kinetic energy is F by 2 into KT. Okay, so kinetic energy, you can say kinetic energy E is proportional to T. So therefore you can say here T is the temperature in Kelvin. So it will be E1 by E2 equals to T1 by T2. So yeah, so ET is in the given question the kinetic energy triple, so it will become 3E1. T1 is equals to 400 and this is equals to E2. E1 E1, so it will become E2 will be becoming 1200 Kelvin means 1200 minus 273 degrees Celsius. Therefore option answer will be 927 degrees Celsius. So therefore you can say option number 3 is the correct one, right? Option number 3 is the correct option. Question number 11. You do a very precise experiment to test the properties of piece of wire. You stretch the wire by applying an outward force at each end. Outward means tension force, and measure its change in length. If you then precisely double this force, then wire will still remains elastic, but the beyond the proportionality limit, the change in the length of the wire. So beyond the proportionality limit. So you know you have for solving this you have to know the what you have to know. Yeah. So yeah, for this you have to know the Hooke's law. Hooke's law is in the Hooke's law it is mentioned that for up to limit of proportionality, stress is proportional to strain. This is up to limit of proportionality, up to, not beyond that, up to limit of proportionality. Up to limit of proportionality, this is valid. And you know stress is equals to F by A, so stress is proportional to force, therefore you can say strain is proportional to force. More the force, more the strain, that means more the elongation, right? So but this is up to LP, up to limit of proportionality, but beyond that what will happen, if you double the force, the strain will not be doubled, strain will be more than double. So there will be the slight change in the strain, means it will be doubled, but it will be more than doubled. Okay, so here it is written, if you double the force, then due to the strain, the change of the length of the wire will be slightly more than the double, not equals to double, slightly more than the double, because it is beyond limit of proportionality. Okay, therefore this is question number, that means option number 2 is the correct option. Question number 12. A current carrying loop is free to turn in a uniform magnetic field. The loop will then come into equilibrium when its plane is inclined at. Okay. Question number 12, right? So current carrying loop free to turn in a uniform electric field, magnetic field, the loop will come to equilibrium. For equilibrium condition, torque will be equals to 0. and torque is given by the formula m cross b, where m is the magnetic moment, b is the magnetic field. Magnetic moment is nothing but our it will be coming, so m into b sin theta. This is sin theta, the angle between this and this, cross product is sin theta, dot product is cos theta, here cross product is there, so it will be mb sin theta. In place of b you can write what you can, in place of m you can write a. M is given by the formula a into I, so for n number of terms it will become nia b sin theta. So okay, so you can say if now for this equation tau equals to nia b sin theta, for this equation the tau can be 0 if sin theta is 0, and sin theta is 0 at 0 degree, sin theta is 0 at 0 degree, sin theta is 0 at 0 degree. So therefore you can say the area vector along the field direction plane is perpendicular to the field. Okay, b into a, that means b cross a is that means the angle between b and a will be 90 degree. So for that you can say the b and a is 90 degree, right? So for you can say that the stable equilibrium is when the net torque is on the loop and the potential energy are at the minimum. It is when the magnetic moment of the loop is along the direction of the field. When these two are in the same direction, then and then you can say they are torque is minimum. Okay, so therefore you can say option number 3 is the correct one. Yeah, so plane, if the plane is inclined at 90 degree, then and then, yeah, so m and b should be at the same plane. Question number 13, consider the following statements regarding transformers and choose the correct one. For step up transformer, Vs greater than Vp, Ns greater than Np, Is less than Ip. Statement B, for step down transformer, Vs less than Vp, Ns less than Np, Is greater than Ip. Okay, so first of all, for step down transformer, step up transformer, first of all understand this. Whenever the current is supplied from the generation point to your house or any other areas or any other places, so what happens, like there is a multiple step up and step down thing is done. Like when in some places the step up transformer is used to like up the voltage of the current, and some places it is used to down the voltage of the current. Okay, so yeah, so this is the step up and step down transformer. Step up transformer, what is this? Number of turns in secondary coil is greater than number of turns in primary coil. So there is Ns by Np. Ns is greater than Np, sorry. So you know Vs by Vp equals to Ns by Np. Is Ns by, if Ns by Np is greater than 1, so therefore you can say Vs by Vp is greater than 1. And you know if Vs is greater than Vp, therefore you can say Is will be lesser than Ip. Okay, Is will be lesser than Ip. And statement B, for step down transformer, same, this will be opposite or ulta of this step down transformer here. Ns, the number of turns in secondary coil is lesser than number of turns in primary coil. So you can say Ns lesser than Np, therefore Vs also lesser than Vp, but Is will be greater than Ip. So therefore from these two statements you can say statement A and statement B both are correct, right? So you can say option number 3 is the correct option. Question number 14, two bodies of 5 kg and 4 kg are tied to a string as shown in figure. If the table and pulley are both smooth, etc., that means no friction is there, of 5 kg body will be equal to acceleration of the 5 kg body. So first of all do this free body diagram. This is 5 into g means 50. Here the tension is applying in this direction and ma in this direction. Okay, and tension is moving in this direction, object is moving in this direction, trying to move in this direction. So therefore you can say 4 into a, therefore the acceleration of the both the bodies will be equal. So therefore acceleration, if the acceleration is a, so 4a will be equals to t, and in this case this is tension t. In this case you can say ma will be equals to 50 minus t, right? And t is equals to ma 50 minus 4a, right? Ma means 5 into a minus 4a plus 4 equal, it will be equals to 4a equals to 50. So you can say 9a equals to 50. So therefore you can say a is will be equals to 50 by 9. Sorry, 50 or 5g, right? It is there 5g. They are written. They are not written the g value. So it will be 5g by 9. 50 means 5g by 9. We have taken previously. We have taken this. The value of g is like what to say. G is 10. So therefore you can say the answer will be 5g by 9. Okay, or 50 by 9 if the g value is 10. So therefore you can say option number 4 is the correct one. Question number 15. A wire of resistance 3 ohm per meter is bent from a regular hexagon of side 2 meter. The resistance between point A and B as shown in figure is per meter. Therefore you can say per meter and each side is 2 meter. So therefore you can say for each side the resistance will be equals to 3 into 2 means 6 ohm. This is 6 ohm, this is 6 ohm, this is 6 ohm, and this is 6 ohm, and this is 6 ohm. You can say from this point, this point, this point, and this point, from A this to A to B, these all are in series because of the from in all of this 4 same current is flowing through. Okay, so therefore the equivalent resistance will be equals to 6 into 4 means 24 ohm. And for this two, this one and this one, these two will be also in series, so it will become 6 into 2 means 12 ohm. So now if we rearrange the circuit, what will become? It will become like this. This is 12. So these two are in parallel. So therefore the equivalent resistance will be 24 into 12 divided by 24 plus 12. 24 into 12. Let keep this in this way. This is 36. 3, 8. So it will become 8 ohm. Okay. So therefore you can say option number 2 is the correct option. Right? Understood, right? Simple. Why the so why this they are in series? Because the current is flowing through the same current is flowing through all the resistance is equal. If current is equal, therefore they are in series connection. Question number 16. A ball is thrown vertically upward with a velocity of 20 meter per second from the top of a tower 25 meter high. What is the maximum height reached by the ball from ground? Okay. So 25 meter tower is there. First of all, there is a tower. Then the ball is thrown. Let us take this is the maximum height it can reach. So the total height will be from the ground will be this. This is already 25. This you have to calculate. So first of all, calculate the time taken by the ball to reach from this to this. Yeah, from this point to this point. How to calculate? From this formula, V equals to U plus GT or U minus GT, because the ball is throwing upwards. So therefore G will be negative. Okay, G will be negative. So at this point, max the final velocity will be equals to 0. Initial velocity 20. This is 10. This is T. So it will become minus 20 by T will be becoming 2 seconds. So you have to calculate the position of the object after 2 seconds. So it is given by the formula H equals to UT minus half GT square. Why minus? Because G is negative, because the ball is thrown in the upward direction. Okay, so from this formula you can say H is equals to UT minus half GT square. H will be equals to U means 20 into 2 means 40 minus half into 10 into 2 square. That will become 40 minus 20 means 20. H will be equals to 20. So therefore you can say this is 20. So therefore total height will be equals to 20 plus 25 means 45 meter. Right? It will become 45 meter. The unit of percentage of error is okay. Let us take one example first. Okay, let us take the example of pressure. Percentage error in pressure is given by del P by P into 100%. So if you take the units of this, unit of this del P will be equals to Newton per meter square. This will be equals to Newton per meter square. So that unit will cut out. So therefore only no units are remaining. So therefore you can say percentage error is a unitless quantity. Nothing else. It is a unitless quantity, right? So here percentage error is given by if you say this is the percentage error is the experimental value minus true value divided by the true value into 100%. Okay. So in case of del P, it is P1 minus P2 divided by P. So all the values will be equal. So all the units for P1 and P2 will be same, and P will be also same. So therefore you can say as the units of numerator and denominator is equal. So therefore you can say this quantity is nothing but a unitless quantity. Okay. (18) Two concentric circles, spheres kept in air of radius r, capital R, smaller. They have the same charge density and equal surface charge density. The electric potential at their common center is. Okay, first of all, do this common center. Concentric circle means this is smaller, this is capital R. This is smaller, this is capital R. So the what to say, the electric potential will be summation of these two, right? Summation of these two. So for this small one, so this will be equals to k q by or 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by small r. The charge is q, and you know sigma is equals to q by 4 pi r square. Now rearrange this one, multiply this with r, it will become r square. So 4 pi r square is there and q is also there. So q by 4 pi r square will become sigma charge density. So it will become sigma by sigma into, there is all r that we multiplied early. So it will become sigma into r by epsilon naught. This is the v of this small one, and v of this big one will be same, just we have to replace the small r with capital R. Now the total v will be equals to this one plus this one. It will become sigma r by epsilon naught plus sigma r by epsilon naught. So it will, if you take sigma into epsilon naught common, it will become r plus small r. So if from that you can say option number 1 is the correct one. So it will become option number 1, not option number 2. (19) An alternating current voltage source of V is equals to 260 sin 620 t is connected across a pure inductor of 5 millihenry. Inducting reactance means XL. XL is equals to omega L. L is already there, millihenry means it will become 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 Henry. Now this equation V equals to 260 sin 628 t. So if you compare this with V equals to V naught sin omega t, what you will get? Omega is equals to 628. Omega equals to 628 and L equals to 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. So XL will be equals to omega into L, means this if you multiply this one and this one, it will get 3140. 10 to the power minus 3, it will become 3.14, right? So therefore you can say option number 4 is the correct option. Simple calculation. Understand the formula, understand what you required, and just go with the flow. 20. And diatomic gas does a work of Q by 4, and when Q is supplied to the gas, the molar heat capacity of the gas is. First of all, you have to understand from where you can calculate this. Yeah. First law of thermodynamics is given as del Q equals to del U plus del W. Sorry. Work done is Q by 4. This is Q. So del U will be equals to Q minus Q by 4. It will become del U will be equals to 3Q by 4. Okay. Del U will be equals to internal energy is 3U by 4. 3Q by 4, sorry. So let us say the C is the molar specific heat and N be the number of moles, or small n is the number of moles. Okay, so we know that NCV dt or NCV del T will be equals to 3 by 4 NC del T. Okay, that is Q, that is nothing but the Q. This is Q, okay, and del U equals to given by the formula NCV dt or del T, right? So del U is equals to 3 by 4 NC del T, right? 3 by 4 Q is given by the formula NC del T, so you can put this. So now what will happen, this del T will cancel out, okay, N will cancel out, so you will get CV equals to 3 by 4 C. Now C will be equals to 4 by 3 CV, and CV is given by the formula F by 2R, where R is the universal gas constant and F is the freedom number. For diatomic gas, F is equals to 5. So put the value in this equation. 4 by 3 into 5 by 2 R means 4 into 5, 20 by 2 means 10, 10 by 3 R. So C will become 10 by 3 R. So therefore you can say option number 2 is the correct option. Question number 21. A uniform cube is subjected to volume compression if each side is decreased by 1%, then the bulk strain. Bulk strain is given by the formula del V by V. Okay. So del V by V is nothing but you have to calculate the percentage error only. You know this percentage error. So first of all, yeah. So if the side, first of all understand this, for a cube, it is given by the formula L cube. So del V by V will be equals to 3 into del L by L. Right, 3 into del L by L. Del L is given, del L is for the value of del L is 1%, it will become 3%. 3% is nothing but 3% equals to 3 by 100 means 0.03. So therefore you can say option number 4 is the correct option. Yeah. Question number 22. A cuboidal container has a square bottom of side D. To what height should it be filled with a liquid so that the force exerted by the liquid on the face of the container equals to the force exerted on the bottom? Okay. First of all, understand this. This is the depth. Now certain amount of water is filled to a certain height of h. You have to calculate the force exerted here and the force exerted here. Okay, then and then from that you can say. So there is a simple formula to calculate force. Force is given by P into S, as pressure equals to force by area, so force will be equals to P into A. And P for a liquid immersed, if the liquid is there and the pressure applied by the liquid on a certain container is given by the formula rho into G into the height. For this, the height will be equals to rho into G into D A. And for this side, the amount of force applied on the face will be equals to only H, because H height the liquid is only filled, right? So for this F will become rho G into H into A. Now this force and this force will be equal as per the question, so therefore you can say this F will be equals to this F, so therefore you can say rho G will cancel out, A will cancel out, so therefore you can say H will be equals to D. So if it is filled like up to the top, then and then you can say the force will be equal for the face and for the bottom. So you can say option number 2 is the correct option here. If the kinetic energy of a body becomes 4 times of its initial value, then the momentum will be. There is a simple formula is there. Yeah. You know this E equals to P square by 2m or P equals to root over 2me. Same formula. So you can say E is proportional to P square. Kinetic energy becomes 4 times of its initial. So therefore you can say E1 by E2 equals to P1 square by P2 square. So E1 by E2, E2 is given as 4E1. It will become P1 by P2 whole square. So it will become 1 by 4 means 1 by 2. P1 by P2 will become 1 by 2. Okay. So it will become 1 by 2. So P2 will become 2 into P1. So therefore you can say it becomes twice of its initial value. So therefore option number 3 is the correct option. Right? Simple. Remember the formula P equals root over 2me or E equals to P square by 2m. From that just put the value, you will get the answer, as mass is constant in that. Question number 24. The amount of work done in moving a charge from one point to another point along a equipotential surface or surface line or surface charges. Equipotential surface means where in the surface, if you go from any point, if you go to any point, if you go to any point, the potential will be equal. Here it is V, 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 here it is V. All the potential in all the points will be equal. So if this is V1, this is V2, if you say the potential difference is given by the formula W by Q, where W is the work done and Q is the charge. V1 and V2 in the equipotential surface, this all are equal. So therefore you can say V1 minus V2 will be equals to 0. W by Q equals to 0, as the charge cannot be 0. Charge cannot be 0. So therefore you can say work done will be equals to 0. So moving a charge in a equipotential surface, the work done in doing that will be always be equals to 0. Right? I hope you understood why it is 0. An electric bulb of 304 watt is at distance of 10 centimeter from a point. If the efficiency of the bulb is 50%, then the intensity at that point is, okay, intensity is given by the formula 25. Yeah, this one. Initial power is there. This is P initial, and you know the power of if the efficiency of the bulb is 50%, then the, okay, so if the power is 50, the bulb is at 50% intensity, now the power becomes 50% of 314, that will be equals to half of 314, will be equals to 157 watt. Okay, intensity is given by the formula what to say, 4 pi r square. It will become 4 pi r square, P by 4 pi r square. So P is 157 and 4 pi r square means 4 into 3.14 into 0.1 into 0.1, because 10 centimeter distance is 10 centimeter, so it will become 0.1 square. So 0.1 square means 0.01, which will be equal to 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, so yeah, so it will become P by 4, 157 by 4 pi r square means 4, 3.14 into r square means 10 to the power minus 2. This is 50. This will be equals to 50 into 10 to the power 2 by 4. So 5000 by 4 means 1250 watt. Sorry, watt per meter square intensity. Okay, it will become watt per meter square. So therefore you can say 1.25 10 to the power cube watt per meter square is the correct option here. Question number 26. A black body at a temperature of 227 degrees Celsius, 227 degree means 500 Kelvin plus 273, radiates a heat at a rate of 7 calorie per meter square. Okay, so this is nothing but d theta heat. Okay, dq by dt. Okay, dq by heat, rate of heat. Okay, at a temperature of 720 degrees Celsius, that this means this is 1000 Kelvin plus 273. The rate of heat radiated at the same unit will be. Rate of from the Stefan-Boltzmann equation, you can say E is proportional to T to the power 4, right? E is proportional to T to the power 4. So therefore you can say heat radiated E1 by E2 equals to T1 by T2 to the power 4. E1 is given as 7, E2 is given as, you have to calculate, T1 is equals to 500, T2 equals to 1000 to the power 4. This will become 7 by E2 will become 1 by 2 means to the power 4. So it will become 7 by E2 will become 2 to the power 4 means 16. So E2 will become 7 into 16 means 1112. Okay, so you can say this is 1 by 12. Right? Understood? Simple mathematics, nothing else. A current I ampere flows in a circular arc of wire which subtends an angle of 3 pi by 2 radian at its center, whose radius is r. The magnetic field B at its center. Okay, so if there is an angle is given, if no angle is given, the formula you know, B formula is mu naught I by 2r. Okay, if there is an angle, it will become mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2. Okay, so it will become mu naught I by mu naught I theta by 4r. Okay, now in place of this, put the value of theta is there. Mu naught I by 4r into 3 pi by 2. So pi cancel out, it will become mu naught 3 mu naught I by 8 r. So if from this you can say option number 4 is the correct option here. Right? Simple formula, simple thing, but just remember this theta by 2. Mu naught I by 2r into theta by 2. This is the formula. 28. An equiconvex lens has focal length of 80 by 3. radius of curvature 40, radius of curvature means r is equals to 40, therefore f will be equals to r by 2 means 20 centimeter. If one face of the lens is silver, then then the effective length of the mirror so formed will be, here in this given figure you can see one portion is silver, this portion is silvered, okay, this portion is silvered, from one portion is kept, yeah. So net focal length is given by the first of all know this p equals to p1 plus p2, whereas the power is given by the equivalent power is given by p1 plus p2, and you know p is equals to 1 by f. From that you can say this is 1 by f plus 1 by f1 plus 1 by f2. From that this formula is derived. Okay, so 1 by f equals to 1 by f1 plus f2. In place of 1 by f, you put this what to say, sorry, if this is not silver, right, so it will become, this will become negative minus 2 into 2 by 80 by 3, and this is silvered, so it will become focal length is 20 centimeter, so it will become minus 1 by 20, sorry. Okay, so from this you can calculate this will become 3 by minus 3 by 40, and this will become minus 1 by 20. Take minus out, it will, you will get 46 plus 1, 7 by 40. Okay, it will become, sorry, not 7 by 40, sorry, it will become 4, sorry, it will become 3 only, and this will become 2, right. So 3 plus 2 by 40, so it will become 1 by f is equals to minus 5 by 40, f will be equals to minus 40 by 5 will be equals to minus 8, right. So therefore you can say option number 2 is the correct option here. Slight calculation was there. (29) Which of the following curves correctly represent the variation of capacitive reactance with frequency f? You know capacitive reactance is given by the formula x equals to 1 by omega c, where omega is the omega is given by the this is the frequency. Omega is also known as the 2 pi n or 2 pi f. The f is the frequency here. So put this value x equals to 1 by 2 pi fc. So from this equation you can say x is proportional to 1 by c. X is proportional to 1 by c, therefore they are in inversely proportional relation, and in inversely proportional relation the graph is always rectangular parabola. So from this, all of this is not rectangular parabola, this is not, but this one is, this is the rectangular parabola. So therefore you can say option number 3 is the correct one. Okay, these two will look like the same, but these two are not, right. Question number 30. A series connection of two unequal resistors has an equivalent value of 10 ohms. When connected in parallel, the value is 2 ohms. And what is the value of resistance? Okay, you have to calculate the value of resistance. There are multiple processes. I will show you one process. In here in our solution, it is done in different way, but I will do in a different way, like a mathematical process only. Yeah, 30. First of all, what is given? This is RS and this is RP. RS means 10 will be equals to R1 plus R2, and RP will be equals to, RP means 2, it will be equals to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. In place of R1 R2 you can, R1 plus R2 you can put 10, so R1 R2 will become 20, right. R1 R2 will become 20. So now this equation square this equation will become R1 plus R2 whole square equals to 10 square, right. So it will become so this is a plus b whole square. There is a formula of a plus b whole square. Remember this process, remember this step. It will become R1 minus R2 whole square plus 4ab or 4R1 R2 equals to 100. So R1 minus R2 we don't know, we have to calculate R1 minus R2 whole square. 4R1 R2 means R1 R2 already calculated 20, so it will become 80. 100 minus 80 will become 20. So R1 minus R2 will become 2 root 5. 20 means 4 into 5 means 2 root 5. Now you got R1 plus R2, R1 minus R2. R1 plus R2 equals to 10, R1 minus R2 equals to 2 root 5. Now elimination process, this is 2R1 equals to 10 minus 2 root 5. So 2R1 will become 5 minus root 5. Root 5 value is 2.8. Sorry, yeah, it will become sorry, this is the what to say, sorry, around 2.7 this value is. So you can say root 5 value is there. So from that 5.5 minus 2.8 it will become 2.2 only. Now put this value 2.2 value in this equation. In this equation you will get 10 equals to R1, sorry, in place of R1 put 2.2, R2 is R2 you have to calculate. So from that you can say 10 minus 2.2 it will become 7.8. Okay, so therefore R2 is 7.8 and R1 is 2.2. So yeah, so therefore you can say option number 2 is the correct one. This is my process, you can also opt another process. Okay, this is the very fast process where you don't have to take into account any quadratic equation. Okay, so but remember this this step where a plus b whole square, in place of a plus b whole square you have to apply this a minus b whole square plus 4ab. This line you have to remember. An electric field, question number 31, electric field E is there, this is E, exists between two parallel plates of 0.1 meter apart, this is D. If a drop of water of charge Q is there, is placed between the plates and released, calculate the potential energy of the water drop. Potential energy, you know this from the slope of potential E equals to V into D. Sorry, not V equals to E into D, sorry. E equals to dV by dx minus dV by dx, right? And E is already given 10 to the power 4. Okay, and the potential energy you have to calculate. V you have to calculate, E is there, D is also there 0.01. So it will become 2 into 0.2 into 10 to the power 4 into 0.01 means it will become 200 volt, and the potential energy is given by the formula, sorry, U equals to QV. U equals to QV. Q is there. Q is how much is the Q? 3 into 10 to the power minus 7, and this is 200. V is 200, already calculated this. This will become 600 into 10 to the power minus 7. That means it will become 6 into 10 to the power minus 5. This is from the DPYQ question. Question number 31 is the DPYQ, derived PYQ. This is derived from a PYQ. So therefore you can say option number 1 is the correct one, right? 32. Two resistors of 100 ohm and 200 ohm are connected in parallel in an electric circuit. The ratio of the thermal energy developed in 100 ohm to that of 200 ohm in a given time. They are connected in parallel. First of all, understand this parallel. If they are connected in parallel, so therefore potential difference is equal. So you know this. Sorry. Thermal energy. In both the cases, if you take the time is equal in both the cases, therefore it will become power only. Energy will become power only. So power will be equals to power given by the formula V square by R. For parallel, for series it will become I square into R, right? Now, so therefore you can say P is proportional to 1 by R when they are connected in parallel. So therefore you can say P1 by P2 will be equals to R2 by R1. Power ratio will be equals to energy ratio because time is equal in both the cases, right? Understand this. So I am calculating the power ratio only. R2 is given as 200, R1 is given as 100. So it will become 2 by 1, or the ratio will become 2:1. So therefore you can say option number 2 is the correct option here. 33. Two small sphere of radius 4r and 4r move downward through the viscous liquid with the same terminal velocity. The ratio of the viscous force acting on them is from Stokes law. From the Stokes law, you can say the formula is given by the force applied is 6 pi eta rv, sorry, eta rv, where if you take this, this is the coefficient of viscosity. Yeah, coefficient of viscosity. V is the velocity, r is the radius. From this you can say, in this equation, these three are constant, this is also constant, so you can say F is proportional to r only. Now F1 by F2 will be equals to R1 by R2. R1 is given as R and R2 is given as 4R, so it will become F1 is to F2 will become 1 is to 4, nothing but 1 is to 4. 34. A thermodynamic system is taken through a cyclic process. The total work done process is shown in figure. Work done is given by the formula, whenever there is a graph is there, the work done is given by the formula del P into del V. Okay, but this is a graph where this is a graph in a what's a triangle shape. So you have to calculate the area. To calculate the, if you calculate the area of the PV graph, then and then you will get the work done. Okay, so this is a triangle, so therefore triangle, in triangle the work done, the area is given by the formula half into base into height. So here this is the base, right, and this is the height, sorry, this is the height or this is the height, right. So height will be equals to 500 minus 150 means 350, this is 7 minus 3 means 4, so therefore the W will be equals to half into base means 4, height equals to 300, so 2 into 300 means 600 joule, the work done will be 600 joule, so therefore you can say option number 3 is the correct option here. Question number 35. In a circuit shown below, the magnetic energy stored in 3 ohm inductor. So magnetic energy is given by the formula half Li square. Simple. Okay. In the given figure, you can say this is the 3 volt. This is 6 ohm voltage is there. 6 ohm resistance is there. So from that Ohm's law, if you apply Ohm's law, from that you can calculate the current. How to calculate current? We know this V equals to IR. So I will be equals to V by R. V is 3 volt and R is 6. So therefore it will become 3 by 6 means half. So now put this in this. You will be L is equals to 3. Sorry, half. L is equals to 3. And in place of I put 1 by 4. 1 by 2 square means 1 by 4. So it will become 3 by 8. So yeah. So this is the energy. 3 by 8 joule. Right? Simple. Remember the formula. Put the value. You will get the answer. Okay. Without remembering this formulas, you will not get it. 36. If one face of the prism is silvered, having a prism angle of 30 degree and mu is equals to root 2, what will be the angle of incidence so that the incident ray retraces its path? So retrace means it will get back to the same path from it is coming from, right? Yeah. So this is the refractive angle is given as 30 degree. Angle of this is A is given as 30 degree. The angle of prism is given as 30 degree. Okay, you have to calculate this incidence angle. So in this plane, in this case, apply the Snell's law. Snell's law is given as mu1 sin I1 sin I equals to mu2 sin R. Here mu1 is the air, so it will become 1 sin I equals to mu2 means it is given as root 2. So root 2 sin R, R is 30 degree, sin 30 degree. So sin I will become root 2 into sin 30 degree means 1 by 2. So it will become 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 is sin 45 degree. So I will become 45 degree, right? So therefore you can say I is equals to 45 degree. Yeah. So therefore option number 4 is the correct option here. The voltage across the resistor, capacitor, inductor is 20 volts. Same. VR, VC, VL is all equals to 20 volt. Resistor and capacitor, sorry, not inductor is there. No inductor is there. This is a CR circuit, right? Each LCR circuit, if the inductor is short circuited, then the voltage across the capacitor will be, and the coefficient of static minimum force required to be. Okay. So you know this from the impedance triangle, like this is V square equals to VR square plus VL minus VC square. This is the from the impedance triangle is there. Okay, so yeah, if you put the formula, put the value here, you will get 20 square plus 20 minus, because all these things are there, VL, VR, VC, all are this same, all are 20. So 20 square equals to 20 minus 20 square will be there, this will not there, so V will be equals to 20, the circuit, the voltage in circuit will be 20 volt. Okay, so all of these things are equal. From the, you can say these three are connected in series, so therefore current through all of this will be equal. If the current is equal and voltage is also equal, therefore the resistance will be also equal. So this is this is resistance, this is reactance, this is also reactance, inductive reactance, sorry, inductive reactance and capacitive reactance, these three will be equal also. Yeah, this is shown in this. Now we know this from this circuit, you can say if the this is short circuited, now it is short circuited means no L is there, so you can say V will be, the voltage in the circuit will be equals to this square plus this square. Okay, so VR square and you know this R and X is equal from this. If R and X is equal, therefore you can say here and here these two will be also equal. Okay, so now you can, in place of this, if R and X is equal, so therefore this the V, R and VC will be also equal. So in place of VC you can put VR, or in place of VR you can put VC. So here you have to calculate the static, the current, the voltage in the static voltage. So voltage across the capacitor, VC you have to calculate. So in place of VR you can put VC. So V square equals to VC square plus VC square. So it will become 2VC square. So this will become 400 by 2 means 200. VC square equals to 200. So it will become, VC will become 2 into 100 means 10 root 2. 38. A flow of 10 to the power 12 electrons per minute is conducting while it constitutes a current of. Current is given by the formula Q by T. Okay, charge by time, and charge in a conductor is given as N into E by T. N into E means N is the number of charge and E is the number of electron, because flow of current is nothing but flow of electrons. Okay, number of electron is 10 to the power 12. Charge of electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 in coulomb. In ESU it is 4.8 into 10 to the power minus 10. So per minute means 60. Okay, 10 to the power 12 minus 7 minus 19 means minus 7, 60. Okay, now here 10, 6 into 10 means 10 to the power minus 8 will be there. 1.6 by 6 means 0.27 or 0.267. So 2.67 into 10 to the power minus 9, 2.67 into 10 to the power minus 9. Okay, therefore option number 3 is the correct option here. Simple calculation, do not complicate it, simple calculation. (39) An iron rod of length 2 meter, cross sectional area is 50 meter square, stretched by 0.5 mm. When the mass is 250 kg is hung from the lower end, Young's modulus. From Hooke's law, or Young's modulus is known as longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain. So it is F by A del L by L. F here is nothing but the mg, what's weight of the object, or weight of the weight that is hung from this what to say, iron rod. F is equals to mg, so it will become mg into L and A into del L. Now put the value. M equals to 250, G is equals to 9.8, area, sorry not area, L is given as 2, area is given as 50 millimeter square means 50 millimeter to meter 10 to the power minus 3 square means 10 to the power minus 6, and del L is equals to what to say, 0.5 mm means 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is 5. Okay, so in a fresh page do this, 5 into 9.8 means 49 into 2 means 98. 10 to the power minus 6, 10 to the power minus 3 means 10 to the power minus 9, 0.5. 0.5, something by 0.5 is nothing but multiply it with 2 only. So 98 into 2 means 196 by 10 to the power minus 9. It will become 196 into 10 to the power minus 9. Now, so 19.6, sorry, not minus 9, plus 9, sorry. So it will become 19.6 into 10 to the power 10, nothing else, 10 to the power 10. 1 plus, it will become 10 to the power 10 only. So therefore you can say option number 1 is the correct option here. Question number 40. Some equipotential surfaces are shown in the figure given below. The magnitude of electric field will be, okay. Equipotential surface means in all the points the potential is same. So this is equipotential. This is also from a DPYQ. This question is also from DPYQ because derived PYQ. Yeah. So what you have to calculate? Electric field E, and voltage is given. So therefore you can say same formula have to apply. V equals to E into D, right? Distances you can calculate. This is distance, horizontal distance 10. Okay, you know this D is nothing but the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance, for perpendicular distance what you have to do? So just take the sine angle, you will get it. So this will become 10 sine 37. Okay, 10 sine 37, right? And what to say, the voltage gap, the del V is 100 to 160 means this is 60. This is also 60. This is also 60. Equipotential surface, the potential difference is equal. Okay. This is 60. So yeah, in place of this, now put this value. Okay. E will be equals to V by D na. V equals to 60 by 10 sine 37. And this is in centimeter, so you have to calculate this into meter, 10 to the power minus 2 meter, because volt is in SI. So 60 into 10 to the power minus 2 means it will become 6000 by 10, so it will become 600 only. So 600 by sine 37 means sine 37 is given by 3 by 5, so it will become 5 by 3, 200 into 5 means 1000. The answer will be 1000 volt per meter. So therefore option number 1 is the correct option here. Okay, question number 41. The stress strain curves of 3 wires of different materials are shown in figure. PQR are the elastic limits of wire. Are the figures shown? Okay, stress strain curve is there. So according to Hooke's law, stress by strain is equals to modulus of elasticity E. So therefore you can say this stress versus strain. Okay, this stress versus strain, slope of this graph will be equals to not this is strain versus stress, right? Not stress versus strain. So you know this is tan theta is equals to, tan theta will be equals to strain by stress, right? Strain by stress. So stress by stress will be equals to E will be equals to cot theta or 1 by tan theta. Okay, so therefore you can say less the angle, more the elasticity, right? So you can say from this, you can say this is the highest angle, means the highest slope, so therefore the elasticity will be lower. For P this is max lower, for R it is maximum, for Q it is in middle. Okay, so therefore it can you can say sorry, for P it will be minimum, because you can say the angle is maximum here. After this this is the lowest angle, this is the maximum angle. Okay, so you can say this thing that with the angle with the horizontal only, okay, right, angle with the horizontal. If you take this another way, it will also come like this also. If you take from this vertical, so this is also possible. Okay, so therefore you can say P, for P, tan theta, 1 by tan theta or cot theta value will be minimum. So therefore it will have the minimum elasticity. For R it will be maximum, because R has the least angle, so it will have the maximum elasticity. So here in the comments it is said elasticity of where P is maximum. No, this is wrong. Elasticity of Q is maximum, never, because Q is in the middle of these two, so it will not be maximum, it is in middle. Tensile strength of R is maximum, no. Elasticity is maximum, tensile strength is not. Okay, as strength is given is, strength means stress, right? The capability of take stress is known as strength, right? So as the stress is proportional to E, and E is proportional to 1 by tan theta, that means stress is proportional to 1 by tan theta, right? So therefore you can say tensile strength will not be maximum for R. So therefore you can, from this, all of this you can say this, none of the statements are true, none of the statements are true. For R, if it is written that elasticity will be elasticity is proportional to R, elasticity is maximum for her, then and then it will be like it will have a, it will be a true statement, but not, because it tensile strength is mentioned here. 42, a magnet is field of intensity 10 ampere per meter, means H is there, is applied on a sample of ferromagnetic material susceptibility 1999 chi. The net magnetic field inside the material is, okay, magnetic field, you know this formula, equals to mu r plus 1, right, or mu r equals to chi plus 1 or k plus 1, whatever you say, yeah, this one. But mu r is nothing but mu by mu naught, right, and you know mu r is equals to given by b by h into 1 by mu naught, but b by h equals to mu, right, b by h equals to mu, right. So if you put this, put the values here, if you put the values here, or if you take this equation, in this equation put the value here, so mu chi, sorry, so chi will be equals to, chi minus 1 will be equals to mu r. Mu r is b by h into 1 by mu naught, right. Chi is given as 1999, so it will become 1999 minus 1 means 1998, right, into h is given as 10 into mu naught means 4 in 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 equals to b. So if you multiply all of this, it will get 10 into 10 to the power minus 7 means 10 to the power minus 6, so it will become 4 pi into 1998 and 10 to the power minus 6 equals to b. Yeah, so therefore you can say 4, option number 4 is the correct option. Question number 43, when a glass of capillary tube of radius 0.015 centimeter, okay, radius 0.15 centimeter means in meter it will become 0.015 into 10 to the power minus 2, right. The water rises a height of 15 centimeter, it will become 15 into 10 to the power minus 2 in meter. Assuming the contact angle of water and glass is 0 degree, the surface tension of the water is, surface tension you have to calculate. The formula is given as H equals to 2s cos theta by rho rg by rho gr, right, where S is the surface tension, rho is the density, r is the radius, g is the gravitational acceleration, okay, and theta is the angle between water and glass. Here it is 0 degree, cos theta 0 degree means this is maximum value 1. Now putting all the values, what you will get? The surface tension will be equals to H rho g r by 2 cos theta. This is the formula. H is given as 0.15 centimeter, 0.15 meter, sorry. Rho means 1000. G is here, G is 9.81 or 9.8. R is 0.015, 0.015 to 10 to the power minus 2. 2 cos theta means 2 into cos 0 degree means 1. So it is, this is the thing. Now just you have to calculate, nothing else, you have to calculate only. So here 9.8, 0.1000 into this will become 10, 10 into 1.5 it will become, okay, and this will become 0.015 by 2, right, and 9.8 is also there, or take it at 10, so it will become 1.5 into 1 point, this is also taken 15 also, this is all takes if you take this as 15 it will become 225, and now take the points 1 2 3 4, 10 to the power minus 4, 9.8 by 2, 4.9, 4.9, take this is 5, so it will become 1 5, this it will become like around 1225, like around, or 1 something 112, this will become into 10 to the power minus 4 means 0.1120 or 0.1125, right. So this will be our answer, 0.1125, okay, so it is there 0.1125, simple. The calculation was very hectic, so if you can't do the calculation, do the way I told you, okay, take the approximation values, then and then you will be able to solve this in a less amount of time, otherwise it will take maximum time. It is easy but it will take maximum time. 44, the capacity of parallel plate considered condenser is dependent on the, C is given as the formula K epsilon alpha by D, where K is the dielectric constant of the material placed in between the parallel plate capacitor, epsilon naught is the electrical permeability, alpha is the area of the plates, and D is the distance between the plates. So from this you can say C is depending on all of these four, okay. Now go to the statement, the separation between the plate, yes. The metal used for the construction, no, it is not there. The thickness of the plates, not there. The potential applied across the plates, not there. So therefore you can say option number 44, option number 1 is the correct one, because C is proportional to 1 by D. More the distance, more the separation between the plates, less the capacitance. 45, a body cools in 7 minutes from 60 degree to 40 degree. What time does it take to cool from 40 degree to 28 degree if the surrounding temperature is 10 degrees Celsius? Newton's law of cooling, it is there. Newton's law of cooling states that d theta by dt equals to K into A, theta 1 plus theta 2 divided by 2 minus theta s. D theta is, in first case 60 minus 40 means 20, time is 7, K into A, theta 1 plus theta 2 is 100 by 2 means 50, minus theta s is equals to 10. So it will become 42. So it will become 40 and 2, it will become 1 by 14. K will become 1 by 14A. Okay, K will become 1 by 14A. Now put this value in the second equation. Second case, d theta by dt equals to K into A, theta 1 plus theta 2 divided by 2 minus theta s. D theta by d theta means 40 minus 28 means 12. T you don't know. K means 1 by 14A, A will cancel out, it will become 1 by 14 only. Theta 1 plus theta 2 means 640 plus 20, 68 by 2 means 34. Minus theta is equals to 10. Right, so it will become 14 into 12 means 168 by T equals to, sorry, 34 minus 10 means 24. So T will become 168 by 24 means 7. T will become 7 minutes. Yeah, so option number 3 is the correct one here. Okay, simple two-step calculation. Just remember the Newton law of cooling formula, then you will get it. (46) If the angle of dip is shown in by a deep circle at 30 degrees Celsius with a magnetic meridian is 60 degree, then the angle of dip shown by a circle is 45 degree with the magnetic meridian is. I have to calculate the magnetic meridian here. 46. Angle of dip is given by the formula tan theta equals to V by H. From this you can say this is B, so this is V, this is H. V equals to B cos sin theta. If this is the theta angle of dip, this is the H cos theta. Sorry, B cos theta equals to H, and B sin theta equals to V. So therefore tan theta will be equals to V by H, right? If the this is the 1045 is there, 1045 degree will be becoming V by H cos 30 degree, right? 1045 degree is there, equals to V by H cos 30 degree. So V by H will be equals to, you can say, sorry, 1045 degree is to 1. So V by H will be equals to 1 into cos 30 degree, right? Now compare 1 and 2 equation. In this equation and this equation, V by H cancel out, tan theta will be equals to cos 30 degree. Cos 30 degree is nothing but root over 3 by 2. So therefore theta will be equals to tan inverse root over 3 by 2. So therefore you can say option number 1 is the correct option here. It is not root over, this is root over 3 by 2, not whole root, root over 3 by 2. 47. Find the percentage increase in the value of G at depth h equals to 4 meter from the earth surface. This is, don't forget this, this is not from gravitation, this is from the percentage error chapter, units and dimension. Okay, we know that G dash equals to G into 1 minus h by r. So G dash by G, that is the percentage error, into 100% will be the percentage error. We know the radius of earth is 6400 and h is, it will be equals to kilometer, not meter, it will be equals to kilometer. So it will become 4 by 6400 means 1 by 1600. Okay, it will become 1 by 1600. So G by G dash by G or del G will become 1 by 16, right? 1 by 16. So in percentage increase is G dash minus G by G or del G by G, del G, the G dash is equals to 1 by 16 of G. One by 16 of G, 1 by 16, no, yeah. So if we can do this way, this is also good. Del G by G you have to calculate. So G minus G dash, sorry, from the, you can do this from the scratch also, right? G dash equals to G into 1 minus h by r. G dash by G mod h by r. G dash minus G by h by r. Okay, this is del G by G. So h equals to 4. This is equals to 6400. This is del G by G. Okay, del G by G equals to 1 by 1600, right? So here, so the percentage error will be del G by G 1 by 1600 equals to 1 by 100 into 100 equals to 1 by 16. It will become 1 by 16 means this one, option number 3, 1 by 16. Okay, 1 by 16, right? Question number 48. A block of mass m is resting on a smooth horizontal surface. One end of a uniform rope of mass m by 4, this will be m by 4, is fixed to the block, which is pulled in the horizontal direction by applying force of F at the other end. The tension in 1/3 part of the rope from the free end is. From the above figure, we can say the force applied on the object, right? So force applied on the object is moving in this direction, force is applied in this direction, right? So therefore you can say m into a, force applied on this direction will be equal to the summation of the rope, force applied on the rope and the force applied on the object. So force is given by m into a, and the total mass will be equals to m plus m by 4 into acceleration, so it will become 5m by 4. Okay, the total force applied on the object, this is 5m by 4. Now what is said, 1/3 portion you have to calculate the tension, 1/3. In 1/3 portion, the aim of the rope will be also be 1/3, it will become m by 12 only, right? M by 4 into 1 by 3 means 1 by 12. So now from this above diagram, this free body diagram, you can say F is this direction, tension is working in this direction, so therefore you can say F minus T will be equals to the total force applied on this portion of the rope. It will become mass is m by 12 and acceleration is a. right? So in place of acceleration you have to put the value. So first of all, the value of acceleration was 5m by a 4 equals to f. So a will be becoming 4f by 5m. So in place of this, put this m by 12, 4f by 5m. So it will become f by 15, and t will be becoming f minus t equals to f by 15. T will be equals to f minus f by 15, 14f by 15. So therefore you can say, yeah, this one, option number 3 is the correct option. So number 49, an ideal inductor of 1 by pi Henry L is there. A series with a resistor of R. If voltage 20 volt and 20 hertz frequency AC source is connected across the combination, the phase difference. Phase difference you have to calculate. Simple formula is that tan phi. Tan phi is given by the formula. Tan phi is given by the formula XL by R, where XL is equals to inductive reactance. It is given by omega into L, and omega is nothing but 2 pi f. Yeah, into L. So 2 into 3.14, 2 into pi, f is given as 200 hertz, L is 1 by pi, pi cancel out, it will become 400, XL is equals to 400. So tan phi will be equals to 400 by 300. So therefore phi will be becoming tan inverse 4 by 3. So therefore option number 4 is the correct option here, right? Simple. A projectile is thrown from a point at a horizontal plane such that the horizontal and vertical component of the initial velocity is 10 meter second and 20 meter second. It's horizontal range. Okay. If this is a projectile, this is the u initial. This is the theta. It will become u cos theta, and this is the u sin theta. Right? Horizontal range is given by the formula. Sorry, u square sin 2 theta by g. That means u square sin 2 theta means 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So u square means you can say disintegrate this, u sin theta u cos theta into 2 by g, right? So u sin theta is vertical component is 20, so it will become 20, horizontal component is 10 into 2 by g means 10, 10 cancel out, it will become 40. So therefore you can say 40 meter, horizontal range will be equals to 40 meter, right? So we calculated all of this, right? So 1 to 15 questions are done. I think you have understood all of the things I said, and I explained it in details. So I think there is no problem there. If any problems comes there, just comment in the comment section. I will try to resolve it. Okay. Okay. Best of luck for your future BPTs and best of luck for your preparation. Okay. Thank you.